Okay, we're live again. Let's see if this will work. Oh, good Lord. Fun times with technology. Just give me one sec, make sure we're live. Almost there. Yes. All right. All right, good morning. I'm so sorry for the delay. We are up and running. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. No props necessary. You just need yourself and your mat. It's gonna be a little bit more classical approach to class today. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start lying down on the mat. So just come to your back. Lengthen your legs long, and I just want you to start by taking your arms up overhead, arching your back, flaring your ribs, just giving yourself a good morning stretch. Happy Saturday. Feel the length in your body. Find some space. Cross your right ankle over your left and grab your right wrist with your left hand. Take a big inhale here through center. Exhale, side bend over to the left so you feel this nice deep stretch through the right side body. Pick your chin up off your chest and really try to draw your right arm up and over so you get a deeper stretch along the rib cage, down to the hip, and then bring it back to center and switch sides. Left ankle crosses over the right. Grab the left wrist, big inhale here. Exhale, side stretch over, pick the chin up, find lots of space, lots of length there. Big inhale, full exhale, coming back to center, bend into your knees, hug your knees into your chest and just rock side to side, massaging your low back, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Send both feet straight up to the side, flex through your heels and just start to feel the length in the space opening up through the backs of the legs. I like to sort of peel my tailbone up a little bit. It gives you a gentle stretch for your lumbar spine. Just don't overdo it. Take your feet from flexed to pointed so you can feel a stretch through the back of the leg and then also through the front of the foot and the shin, top of the foot and the shin rather. Just finding space there. And then bring your arms out to the sides, anchor through your palms to the backs of your arms, point through your feet, inhale and slowly lower your legs down on an exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to keep our legs long here. We're going to keep our neutral spine. We're going to get right into our workout. So we're going to release the back so that you're in your neutral spine. So no real imprinting, flattening through the low back. We want to try to maintain that neutral position. Heels together, gently, toes just sort of slightly apart in a gentle Pilates stance. Let's bring the arms up over the shoulders, palms face forward. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl the shoulder blades up, float the palms down to the floor. Good, and then inhale, return. Hands stop right over the shoulders so they don't come all the way back here. They stop right here. Be sure your shoulder blades are engaged and plugged down into their sockets or really imprinting on the floor to begin with. Inhale, exhale, and curl up. Inhale and release. So as we build our 100, know that you have lots of options. If an extended leg doesn't feel good for you, you can always bring your feet flat to the floor, bring your feet up so that your legs are on tabletop. And I'll demonstrate those modifications too once we get moving a little bit more. Let's go for 2 more here. All right, and we're going to really try to challenge ourselves here, the classical expression of Pilates. So here we are, shoulders are up off the floor, palms are hovering the floor. Let's flip the legs up a few inches off the floor and just start to pump the arms, breathing in and out for 5 counts, right? Now, again, you have options here. If you need to bring knees into tabletop, that's totally fine. That'll help relieve your back a little bit if you're feeling it in your back. You can also drop your feet flat to the floor. Keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. You can always bring your legs up a little higher as well so that you can keep that leg extension, but it's just not hovering the floor. So take it to your challenge point here, breathing in and out. We got a couple more rounds here. Pump vigorously through your arms. Your fingers are long and strong. Your wrists are nice and strong. And you're breathing here. Chin is up off the chest. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly float everything down. Separate your feet. Anchor through your heels, flexing through your feet. Arms come back up over your shoulders. Inhale, peel your shoulder blades up. Exhale as you roll up to seated. Take a nice stretch here at the top. Good. And then inhale as you start to roll back down. Articulating your spine. Scoop, scoop, scoop your belly. Finding that C curve about halfway down. Keep your heels anchored. Your legs nice and stable. Inhale, lift. Exhale and peel all the way up and stretch. Good. Inhale up and tip the pelvis. Scoop the belly. Bring it all the way back down. Really try your best to keep your feet right where they are. Use that exhale through that sticky spot. Really peeling yourself up off the floor with control. Nice work, guys. All right, last one here. Take that delicious stretch forward, and this time we're going to come down about halfway. So we're going to come into our C curve here. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee, bringing your feet flat to the floor. Some space between your heels and your glutes. We're going to bring our hands behind our head. We sit up nice and tall, and we exhale, tuck the pelvis under and scoop the belly. So we're rounded in the lumbar spine, not in the upper back. So we really want to roll the shoulders back, keep the chest open and lifted. Always an option to hold on to the thighs as a modification, but remember that. Hands are going to come behind your head here, and we're going to go ahead and just march that right foot up and in 2 times. Good, and then the left up and in 2 times. Good, so it's march, march, exhale, and march. Good, so we want to keep ourselves in this challenge zone, really scooping the belly, really pulling in through the abdominals. Keep your chin up off your chest. And remember, if you're holding on as a modification, that's totally fine, but have a light grip on your thighs. Lift your elbows high and wide. You can always bring your arms out to the side too, if that feels a little bit more stable as like a counterbalance. Otherwise, the most challenging position is hands behind the head. Let's go one more time, each side. Good, and now holding in stillness here. Exhale as you twist towards the left. With the right foot, we pull in for 2. We take it back to center for 2. So we twist to the left, moving just the right foot, and back to center for 2. Holy moly, I feel this all across the sling of my torso. So all through my obliques. Good, keep the chin up off the chest. You've got this. Last one here. Awesome, awesome. Now we send it to the other side, which is towards the right. Lift that left thigh up and in. Return to center. Lift, lift. Exhale, twist. March, march. Bring it in. March, march. Good. So we twist, keeping the hips where they are, keeping the knees where they are, twisting through our rib cage. Pull, pull. Bring it back. Good. Pull, pull. One more time. Here it's pull, march. Bring it center and march. March, good, back to center. Release your arms nice and long. Release your legs nice and long. Flex your feet and exhale. Take that stretch forward. Nice work. Big inhale, full exhale. Let's go ahead, sit it all the way up. Palms face one another. Stacking shoulders over the hips here. Nice tall spine. Tip your pelvis back and slowly roll down with control. Bring your arms alongside you. Stay anchored through your left foot. Bring your right leg up towards the ceiling and just give yourself a little gentle hamstring stretch here to start. Really focus on weighting that left leg. That's your anchor. You want to glue it into the floor. That's your stability right there. Good. And then arms come back to the sides, point through your toes. Let's take our circles away from the midline to begin. So we take it down and exhale, lift. So we take it out, down, exhale, lift. Now for this first round, I really want you to focus on pelvic stability. So keep your hips glued to the floor. Work within that ball and socket joint of your femur in your pelvis. Reach through your toes. Let your thigh be heavy here. Keep your neutral spine, keep your belly pulling in, and feel the abdominal work here. Really using those abdominals to exhale, help lift the weight of the leg back up. Last one here. All right, now we reverse. We take it out. We take it across, down and up. So toward the midline and circle up and in. toward the midline, and circle up and in. Meanwhile, we're anchoring through our palms as well, pressing our arms actively into the floor, keeping the rest of the body stable. Good, one more here. So good, so good. Now, hands are gonna come behind the head, and elbows are gonna be wide. We're gonna keep the head down for now. We're gonna take a bigger circle here. So we're gonna let the hip peel up off the floor, circle it all the way up and around. Let the hip peel up off the floor, so it's almost like you're stacking your hips as you bring your leg forward. And we're kind of trying to build some momentum here because we're eventually gonna roll over to our sideline position. Let's go 2 more. Good, last one like this, big circle. All right, and now we use this momentum to roll ourselves into our sideline position. And you want to just kind of catch yourself and balance here in that sideline position. Super fun, right? We're gonna rest our head down on our bicep and then stack your top hand on your top palm, on your bottom palm rather, and stack your legs to the top corner of your mat. We're gonna exhale, lift shoulders and head, arm and leg together, and inhale, float it down. Exhale, lift it up, and return. So we're really working that side body here, getting into the legs a little bit. Keep your neck nice and long. Keep your chin off your chest. Lift your neck and your shoulders as one unit. So not just like lifting your head here, really try to peel your chest up off the floor, away from the floor as well. Good. Let's go for 3. Up and return. Here's 2. Nice. Last one. Good. And let's roll it back to center. Bring your arms down alongside you. Anchor through your right foot and bring your left leg up. Gentle hamstring stretch here. Really weight down into that right leg. Point and flex your left foot. Give yourself a nice release here. Arms are going to come to side. Neutral spine, ribs are in, belly is in. Take it away from the midline to begin. So we take it out, down, and exhale up. And remember, this first round, we're really trying to stabilize that pelvis. Keep the ribs in toward the midline. Keep the spine neutral. All of that is so much abdominal work. Just the stability of it all is really deep intrinsic abdominal work. And then we're adding the redistribution of all this weight with the leg. Whew, that's a lot of challenge. So take it easy, take it slow, focus on your form. Let's go 1 more here. Good, and now we reverse that. We take it across the midline, down, exhale up. So these circles don't need to be super big or super fast. We're looking for control, right? We always want to find that control within the movement. So really trying to keep that pelvis nice and steady. Let's go for 2 more. Take it across and exhale up. Last one like this. Good, now hands come behind the head. Let's take a bigger circle here. So we come all the way across the body, stacking left hip on top of right, circle up and down. Good. And lift. Good. Circle across, down and exhale, lift. You have 3 more, and then we'll take it over to the side. You have 2. Ooh, these big circles feel good, but they're tough. All right, last one here. We're going to use that momentum to come to our sideline position. And just so you can see me from the back, I'll stay facing this direction, stacking your hands, stacking your legs, and then we lift and return. Exhale up and return. But remember, we're trying to peel the upper body off the floor. So really press into that bottom palm. Don't be afraid to create space between you and the mat as you lift and lower with control. Exhale, drag through mud. Inhale, push through mud. Let's go 2 more. Working that side body. Last one here. Good. Let's roll it all the way back to center. Nice work. Let's pull the knees in. Rock it side to side. We're going to move into rolling like a ball. So bring your knees in towards your chest, and we're up for like the outside of your ankles, top of your foot. We're going to relax the shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to curl your shoulder blades up off the floor. And we're trying to come in as tight as we can. We're trying to come in as small as we can. And we start to rock along the length of the spine, maintaining this shape. Good, keeping the chin tucked in towards the chest. I like to rock and roll, massaging the back of my body. And then I want you to come up to a balance here. See if you can lift your feet a little bit higher. Tuck your knees in a little bit closer and roll back for 3 and 2 and 1. And come up to a balance. Good. Tuck the knees in, lift the feet up. And again, 3 and 2 and 1. Let's come up to a balance and hold. Keep your right hand on the outside of your right ankle. Bring your left hand to the inside of your right knee. Extend your left leg nice and long. Roll back here with control. Keep your shoulder blades lifted. Keep your chin up off your chest. Exhale, draw in and switch pull. And switch pull. So right into our single leg stretch. Good. Your back is neutral. Your spine is neutral. Your shoulder blades are lifted up off the floor. Your hips, you're not rocking back and forth here. Your hips are nice and stable. And we exhale, pull and pull and pull. Let's go for 6 and 5, 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Hands come behind the head. Quick round without hands. Here we go. 8 and 7. Straight through center. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And both hands come back to the outsides of the ankles. Good. Curl the shoulder blades up even more. We rock. 3, 2, 1. Come up to a balance. Good. Tuck the knees in, hug the feet in. And again, 3 and 2 and 1. And rock it up to a balance. Tuck the knees, lift the feet. Last time here, we rock it up and back and up. Holding it here. Now we're going to keep our hands to the outsides of our ankles. Slowly roll back down. Keep the shoulders lifted the entire time. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, circle and pull. Inhale, reach. And exhale, circle and pull. So try not to lower your shoulders. You can as a modification if you need to. Otherwise, you want to keep your shoulders lifted in that gentle chest curl. Bring your legs out nice and long. Keep them zipped up nice and tight. Good for your double leg stretch. Let's go for 3. Back is neutral. And pelvis is stable. Exhale, draw it in. Last time here, you know it. Hands are going behind the head. Let's tap the elbows to the outsides of the knees. Inhale, open your elbows like butterfly wings. Extend your legs. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. And inhale, reach. Good. Go for 5. Keep the chin up. Keep the shoulders up. 4. Good. And 3. Nice, y'all. 2. Last one. And pull it in. Rest your head down for a second. Nice work. Not quite done yet. We're going to move right into scissors. So float that left leg down to a hover. Walk your hands to the back of your right leg. Take a big inhale. Curl the shoulder blades up. Exhale as you draw yourself up and in towards your thigh. Pulsing twice. Inhale, switch, exhale, and switch. So with every little exhale, we want to come up and in, a little bit closer, up and in. Think less of your knee to your nose and more your chest up towards your thigh. So it's more of like a lift, 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 lift. Good, lift, 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 lift. Just a few more rounds here. Keep your chin up. Good. Always an option to drop head, neck, and shoulders down. Keep your legs up a little higher if you do that. Last round here. Good. Both hands come behind the head. Let's pulse, pulse. Switch, pulse, pulse. You just have 4. Good. And 3. Nice. And 2. And last round each side. Bend your knees. Rest your head down. Legs come to tabletop. Big inhale. Full exhale, you've got this. We're gonna finish this ab set with the crisscross. So make sure those knees are directly over your hips. Don't let your feet fall towards the floor. Keep them up in line with your knees. Exhale, curl your shoulder blades up off the floor. Elbows wide, chin is up. Extend your right leg long. Twist yourself over towards your left thigh. Inhale, bring back to center. Exhale, other side. And back to center. Exhale, twist, return. Twist, return. Good. You have 8 and 7. Take it easy. Take it slow. 6. Nice. 5. Almost there. 4. Nice and slow so it burns. 3. Good. Last round each side. Awesome work. So good. So good. Pull it in and rock it side to side. Amazing. All right, let's lengthen those legs. Bring your legs hip width distance. Flex through your feet, anchor through your heels. Bring your arms over your shoulders. Plug your shoulders back into their sockets. Good, palms face forward. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale as you curl yourself up. Stop here as you're seated nice and tall, so shoulders directly over the hips, legs nice and long, feet are active. Draw your chin in towards your chest. Exhale as you hinge forward from your hips, reaching your fingertips past your toes, keeping the back of your neck nice and long, extension of your spine. Scoop your belly, start to stack your spine from your pelvis, lifting yourself all the way back up. A couple more rounds of spine stretch here, chin to chest. Exhale as you hinge and stretch. Really flex through your feet, anchor through your heels. You'll feel that deep stretch through the back of your legs. Scoop your belly, stack your spine like Legos, coming up 1 inch at a time. Let's go for 2 more here. And take it forward. Neck is long, shoulders away from the ears. And stack it up nice and tall. Go to the last one here. Exhale and push it forward. Really stretch. And stack it up nice and tall. Bring your palms to face one another. Inhale, sitting up tall. Exhale, tip your pelvis, scoop your belly, and slowly take it back down to the mat. Nice work. We're gonna go ahead, pull the knees in, and then lengthen the legs nice and long, bringing the arms up to the side. So coming into double leg circles here. So it's more of an intermediate move, depending on how you do it. So we're gonna build up to it, and you can stay at whatever stage feels good for you. So to begin, we're gonna extend the legs over the hips. Get your legs as straight as you can, as active as you can. Press down through your palms and do your best to lift your feet straight up to the sky. So what we wanna avoid is coming back to lift, right? You're gonna come back a little bit maybe, and that's okay. Really trying to scoop the belly, build a little bit of momentum. It doesn't have to be a big movement for it to be executed correctly, right? We're really just trying to use those low abdominals to help lift the weight of the legs up over the pelvis. Let's go for 3. Exhale, 2, and 1. Good. So we're just warming up those low abdominals. We're going to take the legs down for 2, and exhale, lift for 2. Now, options here, if you need a modification, totally fine. Bend your knees, send your toes down towards the top of your mat, and exhale, lift. Now, notice they don't come all the way down, and notice I'm not just dropping my feet down. I'm sending my thighs away and bringing my thighs back up. Same action as I am here with my extended leg, just the extended leg is gonna add a little bit more heavy of a load. Exhale to drag it back up. I really love to be mindful of where I'm anchoring. Exhale, I pull my ribs and I press down through my palms so much. And I bring my legs back up with control. Good. Let's go for 1 more wherever you are. So you can stay at either of those first 2 moves. If you want to move on, we're going to keep our legs glued together. Inhale, drop the legs down to the right. Your left hip will peel up just a bit up off the floor. Circle them down and exhale all the way back up to center. And there's kind of a little pike there in the center. And then we reverse direction. So we take it, inhale, down to the left. Right hip pulls up. Left hip pulls up to swing it back up. And we pike through center. It's a lot of weight. So control as best you can, taking it down and exhale up, and down and exhale up. Good, 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 good. All right, let's go 1 more round each side, wherever you are, whatever stage you're at. And exhale, lift, and down, and exhale, lift. Whew, bend the knees, bring them in. Holy abdominals, guys, right? All right. Hands come to the outsides of the ankles. Curl the shoulder blades up and in. Start to rock along the length of your spine. Massage and stretch out your back. And just build a little bit of momentum to come up to the top of the mat. And then we're going to swing around. And we're going to come onto our bellies for a little bit of spinal work before we head back to our backs. So coming all the way down here, I want you to set your forearms down on the floor. Elbows are just forward of the shoulders, so not like right underneath. Give yourself a little bit of space, it's okay. And then bring the tops of your feet to the floor. Your legs are about hip width distance. Pull your navel up and in towards your spine, but that doesn't mean extend your low back. So really try to roll the shoulders back and down, engage the belly as if you're trying to float your belly up away from the floor. Bring your gaze towards the top of your mat, the floor right in front of your mat. Spread your fingers wide, press into your palms. Inhale as you straighten your arms. Exhale as you slowly lower back to your forearms. Good. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you straighten. And if that's too much extension for you, you can play with where your arms are. Maybe bring them out a little bit further, be a little less extension. Or just work on pulling your abdominals in, drawing your shoulders down, and lifting your chest up a little bit. So whatever feels best for you. Good. Let's go for 3. Big inhale. Exhale, release. 2. Keeping your neck long, chin up. Last one here. Beautiful. All right. And we're going to come down right cheek to the mat. We're going to interlace our fingers behind the small of our back. Walk your hands up your back and let your elbows fall nice and wide to the side. So this is just shoulder flexibility. You may get your hands all the way up here. They may be back down here, and that's fine. Let's bring our legs together here for double leg kick. So walk your hands up your back as far as they can go without hurting your shoulders. We're going to flex through the feet and pump the heels in 2 times. So it's kick, kick. Inhale as we lift ourselves up through center. We float the kneecaps up off the floor. We squeeze the shoulder blades together, lifting our hands up nice and high. And then we come down opposite cheek to the mat, elbows wide, heels kick in for 2 and 1. Inhale, lift. So it's almost like revving your engine here and then really taking off through center. So it's kick, kick, inhale, lift and fly. Kick, kick. Inhale, lift and fly. Last one here, kick, kick, lift and fly, and lower down. Bring your palms to the mat and just windshield wiper your legs side to side, releasing your low back. Awesome, awesome work. All right, we're gonna press it up, and we're gonna come back to seated on the mat. Reach your arms forward, bending into your knees. Knees are about hips width distance. Spine is stacked nice and tall. Relax the shoulders down. Big inhale. Exhale, tuck, scoop, and round. So tuck the pelvis under, scoop the belly. Coming right back into our C curve. So a little bit of C curve before we come down into bridge. We're going to take the arms out wider than our hips. So a little bit wider than our hips. Exhale, press and lean, return. Press and lean, return. So notice I'm coming back, but I'm not coming all the way up and out of it. I'm coming back to my starting position, which is a challenging position just as it is. We're gonna lean back just a little bit and return to start. Press and return to start. You got it. Keep your knees right where they are. Don't let your knees moving out. Keep your feet pressing firmly to the floor. Are your feet floating off the floor? Press them firmly into the ground. So adjust where they are if you need to, but they should be anchored to the ground. Good. And if you need a modification here, you just roll back over that tailbone and lift gently, holding on to the backs of your thighs, letting your abdominals do the heavy lifting, not your arms. Good. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to come all the way back, and we're just going to circle those palms inward. So palms are facing down still. Relax the shoulders. Really tone through the arms, reaching through the fingers, trying to keep the rest of the body stable, maintaining that C curve, maintaining that pelvic tuck and that abdominal engagement. While we move the arms, let's reverse that circle. Good. Keeping the arms wide is going to be more of a challenge. If you bring them in a little bit closer, it's going to be a little less of a challenge. You can adjust there as well. Pick your chin up, relax your shoulders down, smile. Good. Go for 3, 2, 1, letting those arms right in front above the knees, palms face forward, big inhale here. Exhale, scoop the belly, hold. Good, another big inhale. And exhale, roll all the way down to the mat. Nice work. Let's bend into the knees, walk the feet in towards the glutes, and get into our bridge prep. So palms are gonna come out alongside you. Feet and knees are hips width distance. And we want more of a flat back in this position to start, so really try to tip the hips up to your lowest ribs, scooping the belly. Inhale to prepare, exhale to start to peel the spine up off the floor, coming up into your bridge. And for this first one, just come up as high as it feels comfortable, And then take a moment to lift your head up off the mat and make sure that your weight is evenly distributed across the upper back and not so much in the head and the neck. Inhale here at the top. Exhale and slowly lower down, massaging your spine 1 inch at a time. You get 2 more rounds nice and slow. We inhale before we move. We exhale while we move, lifting the hips up. We inhale at the top before we move. We exhale, slowly lower down, 1 inch at a time. And again, inhale, exhale, all the way up. Inhale at the top, and exhale, all the way down. Good. Let's move a little bit faster here, warming up those glutes. Inhale to lift, exhale to hover the floor. Lift and squeeze and hover. And how we really target the posterior chain, or the back of the body, glutes and hamstrings, is by really anchoring into the feet, sending the weight towards the heels, squeezing the glutes at the top, keeping the belly engaged so the low back isn't taking over here. We're also not fully releasing down to the ground. We want to come to hover, lift, squeeze, re-engage. Hover, lift, squeeze, re-engage. And every time you re-engage, it's a little bit deeper, right? Every time. Let's go for 4. Knees stay in line with your hip bones. Don't let them splay out. 3, 2, hold your hips nice and high. Shift your weight into your left foot and peel your right foot up off the floor. Extend your right leg nice and long. Flex through your foot. Keeping your hips level, nice and stable. Inhale, lower down, and point, kick up. So it's inhale down for 2. Exhale, point, kick. Good. For 3, keep your hips up. And 2. Last one. Good. Hold it up there, and we tuck it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, set your foot down, big inhale, and exhale, slowly lower. We'll come back to start here. Inhale to prepare, exhale to lift nice and slow. Inhale at the top, exhale and slowly lower down. 2 more. Inhale, exhale to move. Feel a stretch through the hips and the top of the thighs as you press firmly into your feet. Good. And last time here, nice and slow. Just massaging the spine. Feels so good. Coming back to center a little bit faster here. It's lift and squeeze and lower. Lift and squeeze and hover. And keep the same amount of distance between your legs the entire time, especially as you start to fatigue. Feeling this in your thighs, feeling this in your glutes. Your legs are just going to fall all over the place. Really try to manage that. Keep everything where it is. Let's go for 4. Remember, we lift and re-engage. For 3, up and squeeze. 2, go to the last one. We hold it up. Shift the weight into the right foot. Peel the left foot up off the floor. Extend the left leg. Keep the hips up. Keep them level. Flex through the foot. Inhale, lower down for 2. Point and kick up. Inhale, down for 2. Point, kick up. Let's go for 4. And kick. 3. And kick. Good. 2. Last one. Hold up there. Point through those toes. Tuck it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bend your knees. Set your foot down. Big inhale. And exhale. Slowly lower. Nice work. Pull the knees in. Rock it side to side. So good. So good. All right. We're going to rock it up to seated. And we're going to swing our legs around. And we're going to come into our sideline position. So getting right into finishing up with the lower body. Come down onto a bent elbow. But instead of taking this, like oftentimes we take this as a modification, right? We say rest your head in your hand instead of being up on your forearm. And this is a lot of work for our shoulder and for our side body. But what we're really looking for here is less of a rest and more of an active hold. So instead of sinking yourself to the mat, see you can lift your shoulder up and away from the floor, like you're holding your upper body up away from the floor, kind of hovering. And then to give yourself an added challenge, go ahead and send your other hand behind your head as well. So you really have nothing here to stabilize your upper body except for your abdominals. It's going to give you a little extra, a little extra love, a little extra challenge. Let's float our legs up to the top corner of the mat. Float your top leg up to about hip height. And just start to circle in and around. So flex through your bottom foot. That's your anchor again, right? Your hips are stacked, your knees, your ankles are stacked. Your leg isn't coming all the way down and all the way up. You want to stay at about hip height the entire time. So control range of motion, pointing through your moving leg, the foot of your moving leg, keeping your chin up off your chest. And if you're doing this right, it's going to feel like a ton of work here in your obliques and your upper side body, because your obliques are holding the weight of your leg up. They're helping to hold the weight of your leg up. They're helping to hold the weight of your chest up as well. So it's a lot of good work for those obliques right here. Good, let's reverse that circle. Circle back and around. And remember, we're not sinking down, we're lifting up and away. Circle back and around. You got it. Go for 5 here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hold it there. Now flex your foot. Lift up and hover. Lift up and hover. So I want you to imagine like a glob of paint on your heel. And you're trying to paint the most perfect straight line all the way up and down. All the way up and down. So as you continue to move your leg up and down, that line doesn't get any less straight. It doesn't get any wider. It doesn't get any bigger, because you're painting that same exact line every single time. So kind of picture that in your mind. Flexing through your foot so strongly, you're going to feel the glutes, the hamstrings working, and we're really anchoring through that bottom leg as well. Holy obliques, I'm really feeling it here. Keep your chin up. Good, go for 4, you've got this. And 3, up and down to a hover. Here's 2. Good, last one like this. Let's bring it to hip height, keep the foot flexed. We're gonna kick it forward twice and point stretch back. Kick forward twice and point stretch back. So the goal here is to try to keep the torso as steady as possible. Might move a little, that's okay. Really anchor through your bottom foot and really control the movement. 2 more, kick, kick, and point, and kick, kick, and point. Let's bring it back to center, right at hip height, point through those toes. Little sharp, tiny little lifts here for 10, 9, 8. Really reach those toes, let that leg be heavy. Pick your chin up, lift for 5, 4, burn it out, 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice work. Right away, we're gonna roll over. Tuck your toes, send your palms to the outsides of your ribcage. Push yourself up and away for leg pull front. So we're coming into our plank here. Shifting the weight forward, shoulders over wrists. Float that right leg off the floor, pointing the toes. And then we shift the weight forward. Press back through the left heel. Lower the right foot. Float the left foot up. Float the left foot up. Shift forward. Flex. Release. Right side. Forward. Flex. Release. Opposite side. Flex. Release. One more round here. Good. Last one here. And lower. Nice work. We're going to drop our knees down, and then open up into your side kick position. So facing the same way, same leg on top. Hand is going to come just outside your shoulder. Stack your shoulders, stacking your hips. Top hand comes behind the head. Let's float that top leg up here, circles forward and around. Forward and around. So if you have a sensitive knee, you can roll your mat up. You can tuck your toes under. You can bring your hand to your hip as modification if that feels good. Want to keep that leg up as high as you can. Circle 3, 2, 1. Circle back and around. You've got it. That leg feels so much heavier in this position, especially after this entire side body has fatigued. So breathe through it. You've got this. 4, 3, 2. Hold here for your kicks. Flex your foot. Kick it forward twice and point stretch back. Kick, kick. And point stretch back. 2 more. Kick, kick, and point stretch back, and kick, kick, and point stretch back. Bring it back in line with your hip. Little lifts to finish. You've got this. Go for 8, 7, 6. Maybe reach that top arm up for 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice work. We're gonna drop the knees and come all the way down, aligning yourself with the back of your mat for the other side. So again, remember, we're not using this position to sink down and take a rest. We're really gonna challenge ourselves to float that upper body up and away from the floor. And then send your legs up to the top corner of your mat. Top hand comes behind your head as well. Float your leg up to hip height. Point through your toes, circle forward and around. And again, flexing through your bottom foot, anchoring through your leg, circling forward and around. We're almost there. You guys are doing great. I just love how classical mat classes can really be sometimes the most challenging. It is so fun to work with props. It's so fun to work with weights. It's fun to incorporate cardio. But this is the kind of work that's super intrinsic. It's super mindful. It brings you back to your why. It really lets you appreciate that golden hour, that golden time you set aside for yourself. It's perfect. It's perfect for everyone. I'm almost sure of it. All right, let's reverse that circle. Keep your leg up at hip height. Remember, leg isn't coming down and all the way up. Really trying to maintain that hip height, control that range of motion. Lift up and out of that lower body here. Feeling those obliques working. Circle 5, 4, 3, 2, back to center. Now flex your foot. We'll take it down to a hover and lift. Down to a hover and lift. And this is where it really starts to get kicking here. I feel my hip, I feel my obliques, I feel my glutes, my leg feels so heavy, and I'm pulling my abdominals in even more deeply, and I'm tapping into that breath, and I'm tapping into that inner strength here. Exhale, lift, and lower down. You've got this. Up and down. Check in with the rest of your body. Is your torso floating up and away from the floor? Good, you have 2. You can do it. Last one here. Back to hip height, find your kicks here. It's kick, kick forward, and point, stretch back. Kick, kick forward, don't lose the height in your leg. Try to stay stable with as much range of motion in that leg as you can get. Anchor through your bottom leg. 2 more, you've got this. Kick, kick, and point, squeeze. Last one here, kick, kick, and point, squeeze. We bring it back to hip height, little lifts here. 10, 9, really sharp, really tiny, and squeeze, lift. Breathe, you've got this. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice work. Go ahead right away, press into your palms, tuck your toes under. One more round of leg pull front. So float your toes up off the floor, pointing through your foot, shift your weight forward, flex through that anchoring heel, set your foot down, switch sides, float the foot up, shift your weight forward, flex, return, float up, forward, flex, return. Good. Flex, return. Last one, each side. And shift, flex, return. Nice work. We're going to drop our knee, open up to the same side. Still your same leg working here. Hand comes behind the head. Walk your hand just outside your shoulder. Float your leg up to hip height. Point through your toes, circle forward and around. Forward and around. So really focus on lifting up through that side body, opening up through your chest, right? And really tapping into those obliques. Help keep the weight of that leg up. Good, reverse that circle. I know you're fatigued, we're almost there. Good, reverse that circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it there, flex your foot, find your kicks. It's kick, kick, and stretch it back. Kick, kick, and stretch it back. Good, 3 more, kick, kick, and stretch. Last 2, and stretch. Last 1. So good, hold it there, little lifts. 8, 7, you can do it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice work. We're gonna take it back toward the front of the mat. We're gonna get into our push-ups here. So 2 quick rounds of push-ups to finish our class, and then we're gonna stretch it out. We really haven't done a ton for the upper body, so we really wanna focus on getting the depth in our push-ups as best we can. So work on where you feel most successful. That may be your toes, that may be the tops of your thighs. For me, it's the tops of my thighs. I'm working on push-ups on my toes. I'm not quite there yet with my forearms. So just listen to your body. Notice that I'm not coming on my kneecaps. That's a big no-no. I'm shifting my weight forward towards the tops of my thighs. I'm not taking my arms out wider than my mat either. I'm walking them in a little bit more narrow. I really want to target the triceps as best I can. Hug your heels in towards your glutes, keeping your weight shifted forward. We're going to take it down for 2 and press it up. Down for 2 and press it up. Good, nice and slow and controlled. And push. Good, lower, lower, press. Lower, lower, press. 3 more. Lower, lower, press. Here's 2 and push. Last one. And now we're gonna reverse that. So we're gonna go down on one, and we push up. So it's down on one, press, press. Good. Lower, push, push. Keep your chin up. Gaze is forward at the top of the mat. Down and push, push. Two more. Down, press, press. Last one. Push, push. Let's tuck the toes. Find your plank and hold. So hands come underneath the shoulders. Feet come hip width distance. Spread your fingers wide. Roll your shoulders back. You should feel this plank all in your arms and your chest. That was the goal here. Good. Pull the belly in and up. Keep the chin up off your chest. Gaze is forward. Neck is long, and breathe for 10. You can do it. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and exhale. Press it back. Down dog or pike position. Nice work, everyone. Let's stretch it out. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, bend your knees, shift your weight forward, step your right foot through, in between your hands. Drop your left knee, untuck your left toes. Come up into your nice low lunge stretch. So keeping your foot directly underneath your knee, ankle underneath your knee. And just sending your weight forward here. So really stretching through the front of that opposite hip. Good, and just breathing. If you want a bit of a chest stretch, you can bring your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, press them past your glutes, squeezing your shoulder blades together, maybe looking up towards the ceiling. Good. Exhale, come back to center. Float your hands down, and then heel toe your right foot out towards the edge of your mat. And I like to kind of come to what I call the knife edge of my foot. So sort of rolling that hip open, externally rotating. Just getting a nice deep stretch here for that right inner thigh. And if that doesn't feel good, just take it in. No problem. Good, big breath. And stay for that. Exhale. Awesome work today. All right, let's bring it forward. And then we're gonna walk the foot the opposite direction, coming into our pigeon stretch. So if this pigeon is too much, you can take a traditional seated or supine figure 4 lying down on your back. Otherwise, you're here, you're dropping down to your forearms, or you're up on your palms. Wherever you go, you go. Look back behind you. Make sure that your left leg is straight from your hip, not twerked in any weird way. And just relax and breathe into this stretch, really releasing through the piriformis, the outer hip. Good, the glutes a little bit, maybe even that inner thigh a little bit. When you're ready, walk your hands back to either side of your mat. Pressing into your palms, tuck your left toes under, float your left leg up, scoop your belly, use your abs to send your right leg back to meet your left. Awesome. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Drop your right knee, untuck your right toes, and then come up into that low lunge. Really melting that right hip down this time. Option to take that chest opener, interlacing your fingers behind the small of your back, pressing your hands down, bringing your gaze up as you squeeze your shoulder blades together. Big breath in. Stay for that exhale. Good, and then bring it forward. Bring your hands to the inside of your foot, heel toe your left foot to the edge of your mat, coming to the knife edge of your foot. Maybe looking over your shoulder for a gentle twist. Just breathing here. Opening up through that hip, through that inner thigh, enjoying that stretch. It feels so good. So good, so good. All right, and then we walk that foot across the mat, coming into our pigeon. Again, figure 4 is available to you if that feels better. Otherwise, you're here. Maybe staying up on your palms, maybe dropping to your forearms. Listen to what your body needs. Listen to what this side of your body needs. Maybe different than the first. That's okay. Big breaths in and out. Good. Slowly walk yourselves back up. Send your hands either side of your mat. Tuck your right toes under. Lift your right leg up. Scoop your belly. Send your left foot back to meet your right. Pedal out through your feet. Good. Maybe float the heels up and down, stretching through the backs of the legs. When you're ready, keeping bend in your knees, walk your feet up towards your hands. Take a big bend in your knees. Let your chest rest on your thighs. Grab for opposite elbows, ragdoll pose. Sway side to side. Let this gentle movement comfort you, bring you back to your breath. Let gravity do some of the work to find space through your spine, in your joints. And when you're ready, let your arms hang heavy, let your head hang heavy. Inhale and slowly roll up to standing, stacking your head, neck, and shoulders. Taking a big breath in. And exhale, bringing your hands down. Good, one more time. Big breath in. And exhale, hands down in front of your heart. Take a moment to pause, thank your body, thank yourself for showing up today. I thank you for joining me, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you, thank you. So fun to move with you guys. Wow, we had a 50-minute class. That's amazing. I don't have watch on, but I can see it. All right, y'all, I'll see you for our live next month and look forward to your new weekly classes coming up. Any feedback, any requests, any suggestions, by all means, send me a message. I'm here for you. Love to you all. Have a great weekend.